2 on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your wages are being garnished. We can stop that now. It's hard enough to pay your bills when things are good, let alone when a big chunk of your take-home pay is gone before you even get your check. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, and I can stop the garnishment and get the creditors off your back immediately, often the same day as our consultation. Both Chapter 7 and 13 provide bankruptcy relief, but choosing the right chapter is crucial. In a free consultation, we can create a plan to get your finances back under your control. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. I don't know if you heard about this, but we are celebrating our 50th anniversary, and we're kicking the whole thing off tomorrow. Tomorrow's a day.
Yep. 6 a.m. We started off, then Ryan Castle, then the Men's Room and Taryn Daly. Just a cavalcade of rock stars, former KSW alumni, and other notable celebrities like Rainn Wilson and Joel McHale. And Joe Coy.
And Joe Coy, of course. And look, because you get to work at home, or if you're just going to say, look, Snowpocalypse is coming, you're at the place where you could just tune us in wherever you are, you know, whether you do the online thing, the app thing, whether you got one of them fancy radio things, and listen all day long. It is a huge celebration, kicking into a weekend celebration. And like Steve said, joined by a lot of cool people. It all starts tomorrow with our show, and Ryan Castle, the Men's Room, Taryn, everyone is going to have cool stuff. And, of course, you're going to be part of it, too. So we're looking forward to your stories and what you remember about some of the great 50 years KISW has been making things happen here in Seattle. It's KISW's 50th anniversary, supported by Palace Law.
Let's play B-Mix. It's time to play the game. Yeah! So everybody scream his name. B-Mix. Don't be a loser. Whoa! B-Mix. You're a loser. It is time to B-Mix. It's Thursday, so let's get cracking. Release the Kraken.
Ooh, and Steve, did you release another T-shirt?
No, I think I've worn this one a couple times since Christmas. It was a Christmas gift from the missus.
Oh, it's really cool. It just says Seattle Hockey, and it's got the Kraken logo on the bottom.
That's right.
That one's legit.
I know.
It's a baseball shirt. Baseball shirts are just fantastic.
They really are. I love it. Let's get to our contestant today. We got Lance in Edmonds. Lance, are you there?
I am here.
Are you in the middle of Snowpocalypse there, Lance?
I'm sorry, I'm driving, but I'm on hands-free, so I'm good.
Okay,
boy.
very good.
All right.
Glad to hear that, sir.
Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Lance will have 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. Lance, you can pass all you want, but you will only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Which beverage was promoted during the 90s by 3 frogs croaking out its name?
Bud Light.
No.
Oh, God, pass.
How many planets in our solar system are considered gas giants?
1.
No.
3.
No.
2.
No.
Oh.
Jennifer Aniston was born in 1969. How old is she today?
51.
No.
50.
No.
52.
Yes. Cheese Whiz made its debut in what decade?
60s.
No.
50s.
Yes. A unit of measure of absorbed radiation is known as what?
An ohm?
No.
God, I don't know. Pass.
What sport was featured in the 1985 movie Vision Quest?
Wrestling.
Yes. What powdery substance contains the male sex cells of a flower?
Pollen.
Yes. Taylor Lautner starred in The Adventures of Shark Boy and whom?
Lava Girl.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct.
Oh, man, this would have been tough for me today.
Really?
Yeah. Some of these out of my wheelhouse.
Yeah, I think some of the ones that Lance did not get, Steve will, but...
Astronomy one has got me a little baffled, so I'm interested
Really?
to find out if, I don't know if you know the exact ones that fit that category.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Yes.
Because I guess I think I would know now that I heard his answers, but I don't think I would have got it right.
Interesting.
And I think I'm a good guy in that category.
Oh, you think you are?
Well, for the most part.
All right, well, we'll see how good Steve is. Steve, you ready?
Release the Kraken.
Which beverage was promoted during the 1990s by three frogs croaking out its name?
Bud. Wise.
Yes.
Nice.
How many planets in our solar system are considered gas giants?
Oh, man, I just watched a song about planets with my child.
Oh, wow.
What?
3?
No.
4?
Yes. What? Jennifer Aniston was born in 1960.
That wasn't covered in the song. I was just saying that because I thought it was kind of fun.
This is not fun. He's going to learn stuff from his kid.
Jennifer Aniston was born in 1969. How old is she today?
She is 52.
Yes. Cheese Whiz made its debut in what decade?
40s.
No.
50s.
Yes. A unit of measure of absorbed radiation is known as what?
A gamma?
No.
A gamma ray?
No.
Oh, very good, Hulk.
Shamalama ding dong?
No. What sport was featured in the 1985 movie Vision Quest?
Wrestling.
Yes. What powdery substance contains the male sex cells of a flower?
Oh, pollen.
Yes.
Wow.
Taylor Lautner starred in The Adventures of Shark Boy and whom?
Baby shark doo doo.
No.
Lava girl?
Yes.
Nice.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You win 7-5.
Ooh, sorry, Lance.
Nice game, Steve. Congrats.
Have a good one, my friend.
Congrats on 50 years, you guys.
Oh, thanks, Lance. Appreciate that, buddy.
Nice sport.
Well, he deserves it today. He beat me.
So, BJ, do you know what the 4 gas giants are?
All right, I'm gonna guess that it's it's like the 4 in a row. I'm gonna say it's Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
So it is those 4. Mm-hmm. I did not realize that Neptune and Uranus or Uranus. I didn't realize they were gassy.
I didn't know that Neptune was. I did look it up and make sure, but yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Does anybody know the unit of measure of absorbed radiation? What that is known as?
I think that's rad, man.
It is totally rad.
Yeah.
Yep. Rads.
Rads?
Yep.
Yeah.
No idea.
Well, you should watch sci-fi movies where there's monsters and people affected by all those rads.
Exactly.
I tried watching a sci-fi show you recommended, and that was a tune-out.
Oh, what one was that?
Which one?
It better not be a good one that you just don't have the brain power to like.
Oh, I like how you preface it, but you don't have the brain power.
Yeah, you must be an oaf.
Resident Alien.
You don't like Resident Alien?
Overhyped. You overhyped it, man.
You don't think it's funny?
We didn't finish the first episode. We were done.
What? You are the only person I've heard that doesn't like that show. That I recommended it to.
Now I'm gonna have to watch it.
Yeah, I mean, it might get better. It was just like, I'm not feeling this, and my wife was totally not feeling it. So it was like, I'm not wasting my time watching this on my own time, and she didn't like it enough to watch it. So, yeah.
So the whole awkward scene with him in the first episode, where they're asking him to be a doctor to take care of a dead body and all that, you didn't.
It was clever. I mean,
you didn't go for it, huh?
I'm being exaggerated in how much I hated it. It was fine. It was just like one of those things where I'm like, I really hyped it to her. I'm like, oh, everyone's saying that this is awesome, and then I put it on. And she's like, I don't really like this that much. I'm like, do you want me to just stop it? Because I didn't care. Like it wasn't doing much for me. It wasn't like I didn't truly hate it. I'm just giving you a hard time, but I wasn't as blown away by it as you and a lot of texters were.
Well, dude, let me just say this: when your when your significant other doesn't like a show that you're both watching, that's tough.
It's like, what am I doing? Am I going to torture her by making her watch this show when it's very apparent she's not feeling it?
I feel really bad because I've been in your shoes, because I've literally recommended shows to my wife that you've liked, and she's sat in the chair doing the same thing your wife did, going, "What is wrong with Steve?"
Yeah,
your wife was probably like, "Boy, that BJ's weird."
Well, I just said, "Oh, I've been hearing a lot of good things," and then we start watching it. I knew that she wasn't feeling it when she goes, so who recommended this? And I'm
oh, boy.
It's like, well, BJ and a bunch of listeners.
Yeah, sorry.
And then it was like this awkward pause. She goes, all right. And I'm like, you don't want to watch. You don't want to watch this anymore, do you? And she's like, no. It's like, okay, I guess we can turn it off.
Well, you know what?
I wanted to like it so bad because I do love the premise, and I'm sure I would love it. I just don't have time to watch it on my own.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
And look, finding shows to watch with your Sego is so important, especially during COVID times.
Yes.
Yeah, so I completely understand.
Well, what we've had right now, especially with Tatum, because Tatum just figured out how to walk, and that's just like pure chaos.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, there's absolutely zero time for us to enjoy television until around 6:45, 7 o'clock when Tatum goes to bed.
Yeah.
And so then we got an hour. So it's like really we have maybe one or two shows that we can enjoy each night. And that's it.
That's right, because then you got to go to bed.
Yeah, well, and Sid falls asleep really early, too.
Oh,
so she's usually asleep before I am.
Because I know you're harder to get down than Tatum. You know, when it comes to, to put somebody to bed.
I do cry more.
Yeah.
I need my blanket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, buddy.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, I gave it a try, though. I did take your advice. I gave it a try, and it didn't work out.
And episode 2 had me laughing out loud. I don't laugh out loud at shows a lot. You know, I find some shows entertaining, but to literally laugh out loud, it takes a lot because I watch so much television and I'm semi-jaded. Though I did laugh out loud at the last episode of Mr. Mayor. You watching that show?
Yes. Mr. Mayor. That's a show that we watch.
Oh,
I love that show.
I don't know if you saw the sensitivity training episode.
No, we haven't gotten to that.
Oh,
yet.
my God. We just did our own here, as you
Yes.
know. So, was this fantastic. It was, and they did a really good job with it. I have to say, that show's knocking it out of the park for me. And since you both like it, at least you know that's one, I do like good shows that you guys like.
No, I know. I said, it's just funny. I'm like, oh, man.
Sorry, man.
I thought for sure we were going to dig this one.
It's a quirk, Resident Alien, you have to have a bit of a quirky, sort of dark sense of humor.
Yep.
It is a darker comedy.
Someone even said, you got to watch the second episode. It's funny as all hell.
Oh, man. I am looking, and I haven't watched the third episode yet. I don't know when these things drop, but, I just know I watch them when they're on my DVR. And the relationship he has with this child is this, which is basically this alien who's trying to pass as a human, and there's a kid in town that is his nemesis.
I saw that part where the kid freaked out.
Yeah, well, the kid is on track to become his nemesis, which is going to be a hell of almost a Home Alone kind of a thing. I think, for this alien who's just like, I hate this kid who is my biggest enemy. And anyway, it's on Sci-Fi. It's called Resident Alien. Mr. Mayor is on NBC or your Peacock app. That is a fun sitcom. It might be the sitcom of the year for me.
And right now, the show that I seem to be watching the most, it's Mighty Mike. It's on Universal Kids. It's about a dog and his friends. Highly recommend it.
I am going to skip that, but thanks, man. Appreciate that.
They don't even talk, so you don't have to worry about paying attention.
So
they're actual animals. They don't speak.
Oh, they don't even speak.
No.
Oh, all right. Well,
it's very Tom and Jerry-esque.
Okay, then. Yeah.
Highly recommend it.
Thanks, buddy.
Especially if you're high.
Oh, you got to be okay.
Well, I mean, or if you have a kid. There you go. One or the other.
Let's not mix the two. Okay?
Definitely not.
Be some good parenting out there.
Right. But if you have a kid, you'll enjoy it for being that. And then if you don't, then just be a stoner and enjoy a ridiculous show.
Why do you put this on the Blues Clues level?
I'd say it's on par.
Whoa!
It's actually a very entertaining show.
Okay, so, people were getting high with Steve.
Right now, like the two shows that I do enjoy watching with her, there's a couple other ones where I'm like, okay, I'm just staring at a screen, playing them with my phone. But it's Trolls World Tour and Mighty Mike.
Okay, but Mighty Mike is the winner.
And Masha and the Bear is pretty sweet too.
What the?
Dude, I don't know.
What's happened to you?
I don't know. Parenthood,
You had a kid.
Parenthood.
Oh, you know what, Danny?
No, I'm serious. I watch all kinds of kids shows.
Okay, I know. I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, I bet Danny watches shows with his daughter.
If you ever want to watch one that kind of freaks you out because they are animals, but then they talk, is Pup Academy. And it's about a bunch of puppies who are like in this secret society, and they all move their lips and they talk, and it's the creepiest thing.
The puppy Illuminati or something?
Yeah.
It's from Air Bud, isn't it?
Yes,
What?
the people that made Air Bud.
Oh, that's great.
But they're not animated.
No, not at all. But their lips move, and it creeps you out. And Lily loves that show.
Okay.
That is kind of freaky. I'm watching the thing right now, and their mouths move, and they.
Okay, we know.
Just wait till the stuff you have to watch with her. I'm telling you.
So it says, I love the raccoons on Mighty Mike. They crack me up. I have a 5-year-old who also loves that show. The raccoons' names?
Yeah.
Freddie and Mercury.
Nice. Freddie and Mercury's pretty clever. Okay, I'll give you that.
That's great.
Okay, well, unless I become a grandparent, and even then, I'm probably going to just not do it. I put my time in, okay? I barneyed my ass
You
off.
need to watch Resident Alien, child.
Yeah. Oh, I did that with Joe a little too early. I couldn't wait to graduate him to my shows, and unfortunately I should have, because I showed him Starship Troopers at a very young age.
Yeah, that's
I thought he
horrifying.
was old enough. He was not. And my wife was like, you're such an idiot. I go, I just want him to watch my shows. I'm tired of watching his shows. And he liked it until...
I'm tired of watching these shows.
Yeah. He was okay with it until NPH and the Bugs got all militant.
Yeah, like the evisceration of people by giant insects.
I didn't think that would haunt a child who's like, 7 or 8? I felt that would be fine.
Yeah.
And look at how Joe turned out. He's fine.
Just fine.
Yeah, he's
Totally.
just fine. Yeah, he just, when he sees Pugs, has a little, just...
That's why he freaks out whenever a fly gets into the studio.
He has a bit of a breakdown. We got a 6-year-old talking about kids who caused some major damage after stealing his parents' truck. 6 years old. I'll tell you all about this at 7:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.
New on Curiosity Stream. Deformed trees, mutated wildlife, and no humans for miles. 10 years after the disaster at Fukushima, see what this irradiated ecosystem can teach us about nuclear fallout on Radioactive Forest. Plus, looking for the most diverse marine life on the planet? Dive into the Coral Triangle and experience a frenzy of wildlife you've got to see to believe on nature's greatest secret. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit curiositystream.com.
$20 million, $19 million, $6 million. These are all awards recovered for clients of Phillips Law Firm. To win big, you have to fight big. And Phillips Law has been fighting the too-big-to-fail insurance industry for decades. Not every case will have a multi-million-dollar outcome, but Phillips Law will fight just as hard to recover the outcome you deserve. If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident or on the job, call or click today at 1-800-JUSTICE or visit justiceforyou.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. Okay, man, 6 years old. What were you doing? I don't remember a whole lot, but there's a kid in Arizona that surely was doing a whole lot more than I was at 6, because he stole his parents' car keys and went for a joyride.
6 years old?
6 years old.
How old's Lily?
She's 6.
Could you imagine if that happened?
That's just nuts.
When I saw this story and I was like, I can't even imagine. I don't remember me being able to walk when I was 6. I can't imagine Lily being like, oh, I'm going to just take the car out.
Yeah, this little kid in Arizona stole his parents' car keys, then took the car for a joyride, crashed it into a neighbor's bedroom. Boy, if I'm that neighbor, I hate that kid forever. Yes. You know what I mean? And and I don't know how long I'm in that house, and that kid's going to grow up, and I'm just always going to give that kid the side eye, like, oh, there's that little so-and-so that crashed into my bedroom.
I mean, it's like that was a 5-year-old like last year that stole a Lamborghini.
What is going on with these kids and their ability to do stuff?
I was stealing G.I. Joe action figures. I had to step up my game.
Yeah, you really do, man. I mean, that's lame right there. Here's the homeowner's sister and neighbor talking about the crash of this 6-year-old who stole his family's car.
She heard the noise and debris fall on her head. She woke up, and she said she thought she woke up in hell because everything was so pitch black, and she just kept feeling things falling on her.
It sounded like a big crash. We thought it was a drunk driver, but it was a 6-year-old little boy.
Dude, that's just scary as F.
Who clearly they have the same driving skills. Drunk drivers, 6-year-olds.
Right.
It's like kids and the babies walking, similar to drunk adults walking.
Yeah, well, that's about
Dude,
it.
they took a whole chunk of the side of the house.
Yeah.
I mean, like a little spackle will fix that, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it will.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Well, especially because the fact that it was a truck, too.
Yeah.
I can see a small car, for a 6-year-old, because I don't even think Lily could see over my steering wheel.
No, it's like a big-ass pickup.
Yeah.
That's just nuts, man. That is, boy.
They have a nice lawn. I got to give them that, though. It's very good.
Yeah, and in Arizona, that's tough to do because it's usually pretty tough to have good lawns in Arizona.
Maybe it's fake lawn.
Oh, probably is. Yeah, that's, so 6-year-old kid stole his parents' car keys, went for a joyride, and crashed into a neighbor's bedroom. Man, is that high.
It's the lukewarm topic of the day.
So that kid's officially an idiot kid, right? I mean,
Oh, yeah,
I hate
for
to say
sure.
it.
He's got a lot to do to repair that reputation.
So we want to know, based on this idiot kid crashing into the neighbor's house because he's 6 and he's trying to drive a truck, when was that moment where you, yes, you, were that idiot kid? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Let's look back on your past. When was that moment that you were that idiot kid? Your calls, your texts, after Shinedown on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. So this 6-year-old kid stole his parents' truck and crashed it into a neighbor's house. So, yeah, he is for a good amount of his life going to be known as that idiot kid. So we want to know, how about you? When was that moment that you were that idiot kid? 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Eric and Everett, you are on The Rock.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
Not too bad, Eric. What you got for us, buddy?
So I was about anywhere between 6 and 8 years old. I was sitting behind the couch, between the wall and the couch, lighting matches, almost about to burn my house on fire.
You know, I remember doing that. I didn't go for the whole house. I just tried a lampshade, and I remember that. And, oh, man, luckily I had an older brother and sister, and they were just like, what are you doing, you idiot? And then we had to turn the shade a certain way so my mother couldn't see the burnt side. And then hopefully she wouldn't figure it out until later and maybe thought, she had one too many one night. Maybe she did it.
Lucky. My mom and dad both came out just like, what the?
Oh.
In words I can't say. But yeah.
Damn, dude. Well, and how much did you burn?
Well, the couch and about a quarter of the floor.
Oh.
In the living room.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's more than just a little bit of a lampshade. Oh, damn.
Bit.
Damn, Eric, that's a beating.
Damn, Eric.
I mean, damn, Daniel. 206-421-ROCK. Text us at 77999. Again, what was that moment? When was it that you were that idiot kid?
Someone says at 4, I didn't know what I was thinking, but I sprayed hairspray on my junk. It blanking hurt.
What? Ooh, whoa. Why?
Well, mental note, I was always thinking about,
why?
adding more volume.
Yeah, maybe.
Pubes.
You need to style it.
Right.
Well, look, there was a time, I don't know about you guys, but when I was growing up, whoever basically all of a sudden started getting some action down there as far as like pubes, that was a sign of, you were a man and you did everything you could to look like that was happening and hope that would happen. Unfortunately for me, I think I was one of the last kids in gym class for that to happen to, so it was just a beating.
So we never really focused on the pubes. It was more like who got hair on their legs, under their arms, or you were really like super mature dude if you got a little hair above your lip. Mustache action.
It was the pubage in my locker room. It was because it was just, the guy that, because we didn't groom back then. So it was, you have Sasquatch in there and you're like, my God, wow, that guy obviously he's the same age as I am, but you know what? He's a lot further along than I am.
Growing up with a single mom, I didn't know that you were supposed to get hair places because we didn't we didn't learn about it in health class. So I remember going to my mom and being like, Mom, is it normal that I have stuff growing places? And she's like, well, it'd be pretty weird if you didn't. Cool sex talk, Mom.
Good talk. Mom. Yeah, good talk, Mom. Thank you.
Yeah, good job, Mom.
Glad I'm not weird.
Let's go to Mike in Covington. Mike, you are on The Rock.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, Mike? How about you? When was that moment that you were that idiot kid?
Well, so I want to say I was about 10, 12 years old, and me and a bunch of my buddies, we would grab bottle rockets and have these bottle rocket fights, right, where you'd stand about 50 yards away from each other and light these things and throw them at each other.
Oh, yeah.
And, good times. But so my dad had bought a brand-new truck, and it was in the summertime, and he had his window on the driver's side rolled down just a tad, enough to where one of my bottle rockets ricocheted off of a tree, and it shot right into the window of my dad's truck and landed on the dash.
Oh,
and it completely melted the dash, caught the dash on fire, just melted it.
So how did you get out of that one, or did you?
Oh, no, there was no getting out. As a matter of fact, the rest of my summer was basically confined to the house.
Yeah, because you're in my demographic, and so they had carte blanche in those days. I mean, corporal punishment was just a casual. Sure, you better, and the neighbors could join in if they wanted to for the same age that you and I are. So I'm like, how bad was?
I had to work it off, man. I mean, believe me, there was if there was something that needed to be done, it didn't matter what it was. I was doing it.
Oh yeah, that is see that's the smart parent. I mean, other parents will take it out on you physically, but then that indentured servitude, sort of like you're basically you're mine. You will do everything I tell you for the entire summer.
I feel like that's a bigger life lesson too.
Yeah, it definitely is. I think you'd probably want to take the quick beating.
Yeah, if I can get out of this and then go on with my life.
Yeah, but to all summer long, man. Yeah.
How about this person said, when I was a kid in 3rd grade, I brought my mom's toy to school because I thought it was a lightsaber.
Nice!
And it vibrated.
Wow.
That's one of those special lightsabers. That made Leia very happy.
Force, Luke. Wow.
Excited you are.
Yeah. Wow, man, oh man, that's
moan you must.
That's not a lightsaber there, little Lukey.
Little Lukey.
Yeah, oi, that's embarrassing.
For me, it was when I was in elementary school, and for some reason, me and my best friend thought it was going to be the best idea because I was a nurse's aide. So I basically one class I would just go and help the nurse, anything she needed, paperwork, and I was just like, we should steal all of the nurses' like gloves, like the latex gloves. So we stole about 100 packages of latex gloves and then proceeded to hide them around the elementary school. And next thing we know, we got called into the principal's office, and I was like, why did you steal 100 packages of latex gloves? And we were like, I don't know, I got suspended for 3 days.
You got suspended for that?
Yeah.
I guess they probably need those gloves.
Yeah, that was fun talking to my mom and being, why did you do that? I don't know. It just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah, that's really a dumb crime. I mean, really, it's of all
very
things,
Professor Chaos of you.
There was nothing we needed them for. We weren't doing anything with them.
I don't know what kind of drugs they had back then at the nurse's office, but of all the things you could have taken, we'll just take the gloves and then we'll hide them.
I respect that, though, because it's kind of messing with someone's mind. Like, where did all the gloves go? Who would steal these gloves?
Yeah, and then they just show up in random places.
Why are they in a locker?
Yeah, this is... Yeah.
Drain pipes, you know. So that way it would flood. That was,
you jerk.
Yeah, you know, all of the above.
I would like to, my son is here. Now, Sarah, you know what? I think I know almost every dumb thing she has done. So, I mean, maybe if we have time, we'll talk to her. But I never know about what's going on in my son's life until we do these topics.
This is how you learn about your son.
And I tell my wife, I'll have a phone call with her and go, did you know Joey did A, B, and C? And she'll go, I had no friggin' idea. I go, thank God for the radio. That's the only way we know about this.
This is how that's a good. Hey, parents, if you have a hard time communicating with your child, get a job in radio and then hire them to be on your show so that they can share stories about what they've done as a child.
I'm sure therapy would have been better, but this is a much easier way to figure out what's going on.
And cheaper. Instead of having to pay someone, we're all getting paid.
That's a good point.
Getting paid.
Yeah, not good stories, stupid stories. And this is a great one from when I was younger. We grew up in a household where we were not allowed to have a lot of candy. And my mom would always take us shopping. There's so much candy at the store, man, and I always got really angry when she wouldn't buy us stuff. Well, one time we were there, and I was wearing some sick cargo shorts with some big pockets, and I asked my mom for a Butterfinger.
Are they khaki colored?
Oh, yeah.
You know it.
Yeah, baby. I was a balling little kid. But she wouldn't get me any candy, and so I saw these big bins of fun-sized Butterfingers. And I said, when she turns the corner, I'm going to take a handful of these bad boys and stuff them in my pockets.
Wow.
I do it. We get through the line. They don't catch me. We get straight to the car, and I'm riding high. A little too high, unfortunately, because I pulled the Butterfinger right out of my pocket, started eating it right in front of her.
What are you thinking?
And she goes, Joe, where did you get that Butterfinger? I'm a smart kid, though. Quickly go, I must have, forgot it at the house or got it at school or something. And she looks at me and starts turning bright red, and she goes, do you think I don't know you stole those Butterfingers? You have 8 of them in your pocket. I'm covered in chocolate. She drags me through the grocery store to the manager and makes me apologize and hand them back, including the half-eaten one that I'm covered in.
He took it back?
He took it back. And
I was like, you know what, ma'am? Just pay for them. We don't want these back.
Yeah, they've been in the little sweaty kids' pockets. Right. Come on.
Oh, I'm making a scene, and the manager's looking at my mom.
What do you mean making a scene? Are you screaming?
Crying, screaming. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I didn't know there were consequences. And he just looks and he goes, it's cool, kid. And I'm like, people steal those all the time. My mom.
Well, he's probably like a 20-something that doesn't care.
Yeah, he doesn't want a seat in the middle of the grocery store.
What a crying kid with chocolate all over his face.
Oh, yeah.
He's probably been there. It's like, oh, here's your mother embarrassing the hell out of you. You probably remember the days when his mom did it, and it's like, don't worry, kid.
He's been like, kid, I steal these all day as well.
I don't remember that story. That's kind of epic. You know, sometimes Kathy goes hardcore. I mean, my wife, sweetest one in the world, and you'd think I'm the one that would be out of, but once you flip her switch and she goes to Anger Town, oh man, I forget about it.
Did you ever steal Butterfingers again?
I never did.
Is that why you wouldn't eat the Butterfinger cookie I got from Crumble? It brought up too many bad memories?
I got triggered, man.
Seems fair.
I ate the churro one, though.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you haven't had any trouble with churros.
Well, because he was able to steal those. Nobody caught him doing that.
Fair.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. Congratulations, son. Well, we got a lovely story about a man that spent $10,000 to get back at a company for bad customer service. Oh, I think I like this guy already. He'll be my hero. I'll tell you all about this at 7:47 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. He's here right now and has agreed to answer more of your questions about bankruptcy. Here's another listener question. How do I rebuild my credit after filing bankruptcy?
You rebuild it, one creditor at a time by making your payments on time on your rent or your mortgage, by continuing to make car payments on a car that you keep during your case. You can also, as I said, you can almost always get a credit card almost immediately after filing bankruptcy. Sometimes it's a secured card, and it'll almost always have a really high interest rate on it. But you could get a small balance credit card and charge a tank of gas or a dinner once a month on that and make the payment, pay it off every month, and that'll help you build a credit history one creditor at a time, and will help you rebuild your credit over time.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at ChooseTheRightChapter.com. That's ChooseTheRightChapter.com. Thanks for listening.
New on Curiosity Stream. With superior armies comes superior weapons. How has innovation mechanized the battlefield? From bullets to battleships and everything in between. It's machinery of warfare. Plus, from the gross to the gourmet. See how that in-flight meal lands on your tray table. On secrets of your airline food. It's all on Curiosity Stream. Annual plans are $20, just $1.67 a month. Visit CuriosityStream.com.
Wenatchee is gorgeous in the spring with its lush green rolling hills, abundant wildflowers everywhere, and the views of the Columbia River. The local food scene offers an abundant selection of authentic international cuisines featuring the unique farm-fresh ingredients of the region. Wenatchee is also home to award-winning wines, handcrafted hard ciders, and a talented handful of local brewers producing fine craft beers. Visit Wenatchee, the heart of Washington State.